What's up, YouTube? I'm back here with another series of videos on how to start your own trucking business. This video is going to be after you already passed your CDL test. You got your license. Now you're trying to figure out what to do next. So once you pass the test already, you got your CDLs, you got your license, you can start applying for jobs. Then I would say once you land that job, give yourself anywhere between 6 months to a year. That way, during that period of 6 months to a year, you can learn everything that you need to learn about. If you're new to the industry, or if you were grandfathered into it, you have family members that already are, in the industry, or owner operators, or just anything. It doesn't even matter. Even if you grandfathered in, still give yourself that 6 months to a year to just learn everything that you need to learn. And while you're learning, while you're giving yourself that 6 months to a year, you can automatically just start taking these steps from this video of starting your own business. All right, so you land your job, right? All right, and you already know in your mind that you want to start your own trucking business. Okay, so here's the first step of starting your own trucking business. You want to create an LLC. If you are in Maryland, you can go to maryland.gov and they will show you steps and they will walk you through the whole process of creating your own LLC. If you're in other states, I'm sure it's probably the same way, whatever state that you're in, .gov, or for the website, or it might, you just type in Google how to create an LLC, and whatever state that you're in, it will have steps to show you how to create your LLC. Now, for other states, I'm not for sure how much they normally go for, but here in Maryland, I know it's no more than $200. It's normally around like $190, somewhere around that ballpark. Now, once you start your LLC, now the next thing that you want to do is start your business email. Normally, I would say start your business email first, so that once you start your LLC, all that stuff is just rolling over to your business email. But I say start the LLC first because you can have a business name in mind, and when you start your LLC, you find out, oh no, you can't use that business name because somebody else already has that business name. So just start your LLC, create your business name. Once you have your business name created for your LLC, then the next step I say is to create your business email, so that everything from here on out can go to that business email account. Next, I would say is your EIN number. Your EIN number, that's free. You go to irs.gov and say you want to apply for a new EIN number. Once again, it steps on how they do that. It's a number that you can call. Somebody can walk you through it, how if you have any questions, and how to fill it out. And then once you're done, you automatically get your numbers automatically at the end of the application. Now, if you finish the application and you get a reference number, that means it's a little problem in there. You just call a reference number. You will talk to the person, and they will tell you what's the problem, and they can help you fix the problem, and if you have any other questions, they can answer the questions for you. Now, step 3. Step 3 is going to be you opening your business account. I opened my business account with Navy Federal. In order to open a business account with Navy Federal, you have to already be a member with them. And if you're not a member with them, just try to find somebody in your family who already is a member, because they have to have an access number in order to sign you up to become a member. But if you already a member, then you good. You halfway there. Create your business account with them. My business account was, when I opened it, they asked you to put $100 in it. So it's just $100 to open your business account. Now, once you got your business account, now you can open up yourself to You create your portfolio, you have your business plans. Now you open up yourself to be able to get a business startup loan. Navy Federal, they have programs for that. They give money out for that, and that's the easy way to help you to jumpstart your business. Now you already doing all of this while you're working, so the money that that you're making from your business, just know you in your 6 months to a year goal to your learning spree, your learning streak, everything. You just doing as much as you can with these 6 months to a year. You got your plan set on. You want to start your business, so you making money. Don't go out here just blowing money, just buying a whole bunch of stuff. Save it. Pay your bills, whatever you need to pay, and save it. When I did my whole 6 months goals, that's all I did. I just paid the bills, whatever had left over, saved it. I didn't buy myself shoes, clothes. I didn't do none of that. For 6 months, I saved as much money as possible that I could have. So you already have your cushion in your savings from the money that you're saving from the business. From the job that you're working. So for like your LLC, $200. Let the job that you're working for pay for that. Need $100 to start a business account? Let the job pay for all of that. Whatever's left over, put it in your account. So once you start your business account and you get that business loan, now the money that you save, you don't touch your money. You spend the money that the bank gave you. And all the money that you still making from the job, keep putting that in the savings. Don't start blowing it. Keep putting it in the savings still. Save as much money as you can, because it will help you in the long run once you finally start your business. Okay, next, step 4. Step 4 is you applying to get your numbers. Get your DOT numbers and your MC numbers. It's an application online to apply for that, and to get your own authority. To apply for your own authority is $300, and once you finish the application, you automatically get your numbers right away. Now, once you do this application and you create and you get your numbers, your MC number, now you have 21 days. 21 days they give you to file all the paperwork that you need and to file your insurance, which will make your authority become active. Now, all of the paperwork, they will tell you once they will give you a whole list of everything that you need to do, paperwork that you need to file and complete and submit and everything. Majority of all of this paperwork you can do yourself. I did it myself. This is why you're giving yourself that 6 months to a year. You don't have to crunch, do everything quick. Take your time with it. Me, I did it step by step. That's it. 1 week I did one step. Next week I did another step. Another week, maybe if I too busy, maybe the next month I said, okay, I'm going to make sure I do this. That's my goal for next month to do. So you could do it like that. Or if you don't want to do it, you can hire a processing agent, and the processing agent can do all of your paperwork for you. Either way, whatever helps benefit you, you can go ahead and do. But I always tell people, you can do the paperwork yourself. When the only thing that I couldn't do myself was my BOC3 form. You need a processing agent to do that, and I had a processing agent do that for like $100. All of the other paperwork, I just learned myself and I did myself. And I watched other videos on YouTube. People explain everything. Just find ways to save the money that you have for your business. Just save it. Don't go blowing it. Save it. Put it to the side. All right. Now, step number, what number we on? That was 4. Step 5. Okay. Step 5. Now you want to start shopping around for insurance quotes. 9 times out of 10, if you just getting your license, it's going to be a lot of companies that's insurance companies that's just not going to want to mess with you. I had my license for a little over a year once I decided that I'm going to buy my first truck. And it was to the point I kept getting no's from companies that I was calling trying to get a quote for because I didn't have my license long enough. So I called an insurance agent, and they put my license and all my information into a database to see what companies out there, trucking companies, would bite on me, would give me a quote. And Progressive was the only one. Progressive takes new CDL drivers. That was the only company that hit back. So now just know that starting out with brand new CDLs, that you're going to be paying a lot more on your insurance. I think roughly maybe a trucker that been in the game for a while, I think they may pay around $1,300 to $1,500 a month. If you're new, you're gonna be looking to pay a little more, maybe up to $2,000 a month for insurance. But don't let that scare you like it scared me, because once you get everything up and running, the money that you're gonna generate, you can pay your insurance payment. You can make that money in a week. So just don't let that scare you away from that. To start your insurance, you have to be able to you have to have at least $750,000 of coverage for your insurance in order for your authority to become active. And you have to have that. You have to have it done and filed, and the insurance company had to send it over so that your authority can become active by the end of your 21 days. But it's not a must. You can wait a little bit, because it was no point in me to start my insurance. I didn't even have my truck yet. So I already had the insurance, I already had the quote, but I just had it sitting there. And I was like, okay, once I get the truck, and I was looking at a particular truck, so they ask for a VIN number. Sometimes Progressive can give you a quote and you don't even need a VIN number, but some people may ask for a VIN number, some may not. Just you know what the ballpark range of a truck that you're trying to look for, and you can go that route, and they can just give you a rough estimate of a quote. It may not be the exact dollar amount, but it'll be close to a rough estimate. But yeah, with that, to start it, it's gonna be a nice little money down for it. But I would say anywhere between maybe $2,000 to $5,000 you will need of a down payment, and that's going to be the insurance that will cover your truck and your trailer and the freight on your trailer. That's what that's gonna be for that down payment to start. But like I said, don't let that discourage you or anything. This is why you're giving yourself that 6 months to a year to build this money up. To help you to get all the money that you need. Whatever company that you're working for, let that company pay for you trying to get your business off the ground. So just stay with that company until your business is 100% ready to pull your first load. Just stay with that company. Step number 6 is applying for the UCR. This is something that you can do yourself. The UCR is a Unified Carrier Registration. You can go to ucr.gov, and it's $62 to do it. And this is something that you just have to do every year. It's a lot of other companies out there that can file this paperwork for you too, and they will charge you $200 to $300 just to do this. And it's really like 6-7 questions on it that you can answer. It's not hard. $62. Once again, save the money. Don't spend extra money. Okay, now the next step 7, is going to be you buying your truck. Now, it's different ways that you can go about buying your truck. Me, I went to a dealership because I wanted to just find the most reliable truck that was out there, you know, because your first truck is really going to determine how successful that you're going to be your first year in business. Now, it's other ways that you can go. You can go to the auction, you can buy a truck, you can buy trucks off of like private owners, Craigslist, Facebook Market, you know, offer up, let go, stuff of those generations. You can do that, but just make sure that whatever truck that you're buying, your first truck, make sure it's a good truck. You don't want to buy a truck and you start your business and you pull your first load, and within the first week or the first month your truck is already broke down and it's in the shop. Now you're not making any money. Now you gotta pay to get that fixed, and that's just your first truck. So if your first truck is not running, it's not up and running, now you sitting home. Now you losing money at this point, because if you still got that insurance you're gonna have to pay. The insurance not gonna stop just because your truck broke down. So I would personally say just make sure your first truck is reliable. Don't go cheap on your first truck. You may end up paying a little more, spending a little more money for your first truck, but it's okay, because once again, the money that truck is going to generate is going to be so much worth it. And then once you get the first truck and then you start building, keep saving. Then after that, you can go and buy the second truck from like the auction or one of the private owners, because now you have your main truck. So once you get your second truck on the road running, if that truck breaks down, you still have your main truck, you know, that could generate money for the business. All right, step number 8 will be getting your DOT inspection and your state inspection. I'm in Maryland. I bought my truck from Tampa, Florida, Arrows Truck Sales in Tampa, Florida. So they already did the DOT inspection, so I didn't have to do that again. But since I bought my truck out of state, when I brought it back to Maryland, I had to get a Maryland state inspection on it. And that ran me, I think it was like $380. So depending on where you go, it could run you anywhere between $300 to $400 for your state inspection. I'm not too for sure how much DOT inspections cost, just because, you know, simple fact, I bought my truck from a dealership that my DOT was already done at the dealership. But you can go to TA truck stops or anything, and they can do your DOT inspection for you. And I want to say it's anywhere between $100 to maybe $200. It's not as much expensive as a state inspection. A state inspection, they look at you know, a lot more stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's too expensive for your DOT inspection. Now, once you already got your DOT inspection and your state inspection done, now it's time to create your IRP account and get them apportion tags and get your IFTA stickers so that you can get rolling. And all of this I was able to get everything. I was able to get everything from the MVA here in Maryland. I'm not for sure if it works any different for other states, but here in Maryland, when I went down, you had to have your title. You need the title for your truck. So you definitely need that. If you don't have the title for the truck, you have to wait till you can get the title so that you can process all this extra stuff. And another thing I should have mentioned that I forgot to mention, when you're doing your DOT numbers and your MC numbers, and it has a little section on there, say either EIN number or your social security number, don't put the social security number. Make sure you put your EIN number. If you put your social security number, it will affect you when it's time to get your IFTA stickers and your tags, your portion tags. So just make sure that everything is EIN number, so that everything is rolling over all in the business name, and your name's not on it. Everything's in the business name. So you get your IRP account created and you get your portion tags, and then they give you a website to go on to fill out for your IFTA stickers. And once you get that, then the IFTA stickers come in the mail maybe since I did the process during COVID, it came in the mail, took about a week or two. But normally you could, if the office is open, you can walk in and you can get everything same day. Your tags and your stickers, you can get everything same day. The tags, depending on the vehicle and the state that you're in, the tags can run you anywhere between $1,600 to $2,000 for the tags. And after you get your IRP account set up, you get your tags, you get your IFTA stickers. Next, you need to get your decals for your truck. So you can find a local company, or somebody that that does stickers or decals or anything, just so you can get your name and your numbers on the side of your truck. So you gotta have that. For Maryland, you had to have that on the side of your truck. And I think they said like the numbers have to be no smaller than 2 inches. So you get your numbers and your name, your business name on the side of the truck, and you up and rolling at that point. And then once you make that down payment on your insurance, everything is active. You ready to book your first load. Okay, now the next step is really, you could do this. It's really no certain time when you could do this, but you definitely need this one before you could start running. Your ELD, your electronic login device. I went with Keep Trucking. Keep Trucking had a special for new trucking business that started. They gave away the ELD, and they gave away a dash cam for free, and all I had to do was just pay for the service for both, and together it was like $60 a month that I paid for. Keep Trucking, you can call them up, go online, anything, and just see how much it would be for you to start that. Now next is you had to enroll your business and also yourself in the drug program. They had the clearinghouse. You had to make sure that you're enrolled in that, which if you're in the company, you get your CDLs and you start in the company, they're going to automatically already enroll you into the clearinghouse. But the drug program, you will have to enroll your business into the drug program, and that's just basically once you had the CDLs for you to do your randoms for them, the random drug tests. Just make sure you know how that goes. If you're in the CDL life, if you're in the industry, the trucking industry, you know how that goes. It's a lot of companies out there that you can go with. I can't remember mine's off the top of my head right now, but I think it was like 100 to 150 maybe to start it, and I just pay that once every year, and it just keeps me and anybody else who I have on my driver's list in a random. So if I didn't get pulled, we just gotta pop up, just go ahead and take the random drug test, and that just keep us going, keep us good with the far as the business, with the requirements that you need. Now, after you've done all of those steps, the next thing that you can do is to sit down and just decide. Do you really want to just run under your own authority, under your own numbers, or do you want to just lease onto a company, just to jump out there with your own truck and just lease onto a company so that you can get the feel of being an owner operator? Like take little steps, to being your own boss. It's a lot cheaper going that way, but you will make good money, but you won't make as much money as you would if you just run under your own numbers. Now, I tried to lease on to a company, but meaning as though I only had my license for less than 2 years, a lot of the companies wouldn't work with me. And I also started out, once I got my CDLs, I was a jockey, so I didn't really have too much on-road experience. So when I was trying to apply for jobs, they were saying, oh yeah, you only need 1 year of experience. I said, oh, that's perfect. I got over a year, And then they will always call me back and say, yeah, well, you have, I think it was like 7 months. 7 months I had of jockeying experience, and then everything else was just was over behind the wheel. But it wasn't enough. I needed 1 year, at least 1 solid year of behind the wheel experience that they was looking for. So that kind of hindered me from being able to lease my truck onto any company. So it kind of just forced me to be able to just go 100% on my own and just make that down payment. It was a lot, but it was definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it. So if you decide that you want to just run under your own numbers, you make that down payment, you get your authority active. Now if you're going to run under your own numbers, now you can decide, do you want to do power only, or do you want to go get a trailer? I took the trailer route. I tried to look for power only, but in Maryland, when I started looking, it wasn't too much of power only really starting off. So I just went with renting a trailer. I rented a trailer and I paid $300 a month for the trailer. I'm just in charge. I just have to worry about tires, brakes, and the oil hub, small stuff. So it will work. And the money that you pay a month, you're gonna make much more than that. Also, another thing, even if you decide to not run under your own numbers starting off right away and you want to lease on to another company, still get access to the load board. I use that load board. Your first 30 days is free. They have 3 different subscriptions. I think one is like $30 a month, one's $50 a month, and one's $100 a month. You can start off with the cheapest one, $30 a month. They all do the same thing, help you find loads, but each one just does just a little bit more than what the other one would do. So even if, like I said, even if you just leasing on to somebody, still at least just do the $30 one, just so you can already have, so you can already know knowledge of how the load board works, and you know what loads are going for. So if you're doing a lane for a company and you know that they paying you this amount of money to go from like Maryland to PA, they paying you this amount of money, but you jump on a load board and you looking at loads coming from Maryland to PA, that same lane that you doing, and you like, oh well, so I'm only getting about $200-300 from this company, but if I do it on my own, I can make $700-800-900 doing it. So I think it's best for you, to just go ahead and jump on the load board and just learn as much as you can. Now remember, you're doing all of these steps while you're still working for a company. Give yourself that 6 months to a year to learn as much that you possibly can. It just helps you move better, help you just be able to process things better once you start out there, once you're ready to move your first load. Just give yourself time to grow and just learn as much as you can. Now back to you decided that you want to run under your own numbers. Now you decided you want to run under your own numbers. You paid your down payment for your insurance, you activated your authority, you found your trailer, now you're ready to move your first load. Just know that once your authority becomes active, you have 21 days until your authority becomes 100% active. So for that 21 days, you can only run inside of the state. So if you're in Maryland, you only can run inside of Maryland. You can't go outside of Maryland. Whatever state that you start your business in, you can't go outside of that state for the first 21 days. You have to let your authority mature. But yeah, those are all of the steps. You can follow them steps step by step. Everything works different for other people. This is just the steps that I've got from somebody, and I followed these steps, and it's just helped me. These steps helped me to get my trucking business started. Once again, just give yourself a good 6 months to a year of just trying to learn as much as you can and save as much as you can too. It would definitely help you out in the long run once you start your business. But that's it for this video, family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the page. And if there's any questions that you have, just leave it right down below in the comment section, or you can email me. I'll put my email up again. Don't hesitate. Any questions that you got, just ask, and I'll do my best to get back to you and answer all your questions to help you out with anything that you have. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all stay safe.